Alex, we are just seeing some heartbreaking images coming back from New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to go down as a very bad storm for New Orleans, Louisiana, arguably worse than Katrina for some, because we're seeing a lot of wind damage with this one. Katrina, we saw a lot of flooding damage. So two very different situations, but still just some heartbreaking images coming out of Louisiana. This is downtown Macon. A live look from Atrium Health Navicent. 79 the current number here in central Georgia. 78 Warner Robins, 77 there in Cochran, 79 in Dublin. Looks like we got a little shower on the crisp Wilcox County line. That's rolling to the north. Those will be possible through the overnight hours, but overall not looking at a whole lot. Dry for the most part across central Georgia. You head not too far to the south and west, you find Hurricane Ida tornado watch in effect for portions of Alabama, even western Florida now as the center of Ida. You can see it right about there to the northwest of New Orleans now, moving towards the north, essentially paralleling Interstate 55 for the moment. Eventually, this is going to turn a little bit more to the north and to the east. So here's the latest update on Ida. Notice it's done a little jog around New Orleans, weakening from a Category 4 to a Category 2 hurricane now, but this thing is massive. In fact, the cloud cover we saw today is partially part of Ida, which is located several hundred miles away. Pressure continues to rise as it weakens and moves towards the north. This thing's going to weaken quickly to a tropical depression by the time we get to tomorrow night north of the Jackson, Mississippi area, then continue that northeastward trajectory all the way into the mid-Atlantic and northeastern United States. Notice the center well north of us here in central Georgia, but we could still see some impacts in central Georgia from Ida the beginning part of this week. So waking up tomorrow, an isolated shower is part of the picture. You can see there that'll be possible. Don't pay attention to the exact location. Temperatures in the 70s. Then tomorrow afternoon, especially if you are in the western communities, Thomaston, Butler, Montezuma, you could see an isolated shower through the afternoon. I think most everybody east of 75 stays dry. Then once we get to Tuesday morning, we'll watch to see if we can get a rain band through here from Ida as it tracks to our north. So this is Tuesday 7 a.m. Notice as we get into the mid-morning, late morning, early afternoon hours, some heavier rain possible. Now with this, a very, very, very slight severe weather risk. We'll talk about that in a second. And then perhaps some additional rain bands and wraparound moisture as we head into later Tuesday and into Wednesday morning. So a 70% chance of rain for Tuesday. Still a lot of question marks on it because we have some models showing some different solutions. I'll show you that here in a second. But as of now, the Storm Prediction Center has most of our area in a level 1 risk, mainly for brief spin-up tornadoes. Now, this isn't going to be like Tropical Storm Fred that we had a few weeks ago. Anything we see will be very few and far between. I don't think we're going to have warnings flying left and right like we had during Fred. Now, these are our lower resolution, longer range models. And you can see the center of Ida moving from Mississippi into Tennessee. Notice the GFS bringing some showers in here. This is Tuesday evening, and then the Europeans favoring more Wednesday morning, but nothing too significant with these. And this is actually a change from what we saw earlier. Both of them had a drier solution for us here in central Georgia. Now, how much rain are we talking about? Not a whole lot, generally less than a ½ inch. But again, if you get one of those heavier bands over you, then you could perhaps see some more in your community. So a 20% chance of rain tomorrow, particularly for those western communities, 70% on Tuesday as we're watching for some rain bands, 60% for Wednesday, down to 10% by Friday. Tomorrow, a high temperature of about 92. That's above the average of 91. Could see some fog around the area. We'll keep an eye on that. Still looking at a humid afternoon with more showers to the west. 7 days shapes up like this. Most of the high temperatures in the 80s. And check out those overnight lows as we get in to the back half of the upcoming week. 66 on Friday. How do you like that, Connor?